Okay, I think we're back online. Sorry for that break, actually, network and everything. So, where were we? In case you're seeing this live stream, welcome. Today's Sunday, and we're gonna have a brief, Sunday chit chat. And I already started to talk on the previous live stream, so I'll just continue it here. And I was talking about mindset, like your mindset. And someone was actually asked me that question. Hi, welcome to this new live stream. You're on the other one. I can see you now. So someone was talking about how was my mindset. Did I feel it was very expensive or for the rich, for the poor, and what kind of category of persons did I feel it was for? And I'm not going to lie. I don't know why I always say that I'm not going to lie, because obviously I'm not going to lie. But as it concerns mindset, I knew it was expensive, but I didn't know it was very, very expensive. And for every stage, it's going to be more expenses. And I had okay, let me just get into this. And I felt, okay, if you go to flight school, after you're done with your CPL, MER, you're just going to get a job. Do you understand? And be going. So that was the kind of mindset I had about it. I didn't have that, okay, you have to do something else like a typewriting. As interpreting was still going to be more expensive, and after the typewriting you might still do one or two things, courses that are still going to be expensive and expensive. I don't know if you get the picture. And is now I'm beginning to dawn into realization that you really need a lot and a lot of money to survive in the aviation industry. And yes, it's I always lately I've been telling people that it's for the rich. That doesn't mean people that are not wealthy are not having the opportunities to get into the industry. But I am telling you sincerely, part of the fastest way to move from this phase to this phase to this phase is if you have money. Majority of the pilots we have in Nigeria that are not yet maybe working or having things to do, the major constraint is still because of money. And I'm saying pilots, I'm saying because these people are licensed. I don't know if you get me. They are not freshers. These people have gone through flight training. They've finished their PPL, CPL, MER, IR. They are looking for money to either go for type ratings or money to even do their instrument renewal or money to do their any of the renewals, even medicals. You know that after every year you're going to renew your medicals, and after every year you're going to renew your instrument, and after every year you have a lot of things to renew, and you need money to renew them. And so it's something that always has to be active. You cannot just stay in the industry and you just sit. Something is going to expire. If you watch the video where I was showing you about my license, my CPL license, I was showing you guys the dates for the license. This one is going to expire at this time. This other one is going to expire at this time. This other one is going to expire at this time. So you have a lot of things in that document that is going to expire. And if you sit at home, if you're not doing anything with it, these things are going to be expiring and you will not be marketable. And you need money to make sure you are renewing them. You need to be actively flying to make sure that everything stays current. So then I now know, I know better. So I can tell you that, okay, this was my mindset about it. I didn't really see that, okay, this was going to be for the rich or this was going to be for the poor. I know that you needed money, and I didn't see that poor people cannot have access because there are things called scholarship, sponsorship. I don't know if you've seen recently Akwa Ibom State, they say they're picking, is it 20 persons to sponsor them in this place. Is it Boeing? Is it Airbus? No, it's Airbus Airbus training school that they are sponsoring some people, and I've been seeing this stuff going everywhere. Like they're already doing the selection process. Everybody's happy. Wow, Akwa Ibom State is going to sponsor some people, and I think even Ibom Air Airlines, they are also sponsoring some people. And imagine the millions they're going to spend to sponsor those people. And people that are fortunate, like do have the money, like I don't want to use the word poor people, like people that don't have the resources available, they can take hold of that opportunity. So this is scholarships that give opportunity for people that don't have the resources, do you understand, to do it. But generally, you need to have money. See, it's not, but that doesn't mean you should start with that mindset. Like I always say, like you can have the money for your PPL, then you work towards maybe looking for a scholarship for CPL, or even you might be fortunate enough to gather the money for your CPL, and you can go for your CPL. You can also be fortunate that after the CPL, something comes up. Maybe you get a job with an airline, and the airline decides that they want to sponsor you, and you can have the opportunity to go for your type rating. But you see, and these things are exceptions, because nowadays airlines are saying they don't want to type anybody, they don't want to sponsor anybody and all, because if they type you, sometimes people go and join other airlines, and it's like a downside to the airline that typed you, because they've trained you, they spend their money, and that's why they bond people. Like they bond people for like how many years, so that they make sure you are there in the company. But a company will move forward faster and better if the people that they are typing and all can stay. I don't know if you get me. Like if these people can stay in the company, like you started with this company. Okay, imagine now you were working with, what company am I going to use as an example? Okay, let's say you were working with PrincessAnu Airlines. Yes, because very soon we're going to have an airline. Yay! Oh God, I'm not standing this. I kid you not, because well, if you can see it, we can get there. Yes. So let's assume you're working with PrincessAnu Airlines, and you started. I typed you, and you came. You've been working and all. And now, after you've worked for like 5 years, you now say you want to leave and go to another company. That means I am going to have to look for somebody else that has the experience, because you've worked with me, you understand how I do things, you've understood how I manage my stuff, how the airline runs and everything. I will not want you to leave. Then imagine leaving me, because you have to progress through with your career. You don't expect to stay with one place from the beginning to the end. Imagine if you now leave my company and now go to another company. We are going to be at the losing end, even if you fulfilled your bond period, like the period of 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, whichever way. And so you see airlines later run at a loss. So they say, okay, nowadays I don't want to type and all, but the usual thing is that they're supposed to type you and train you, and you are now supposed to like work with them. So, and that's what is the, you understand? But now you have to look for money to be able to type yourself, to be able to do stuff yourself. And even when you come back, you have to be trained. Some companies, they will ask you to pay them. And I kid you not, this is how it is. This is the reality of the industry. Some companies will ask you to pay them in order for you to work with them, because they're going to say that you don't have experience, and they want to give you experience as per. They want to coach you and all that, and you have to pay them to be able to work with them, to be able to like fly for them. So after that period, maybe you've flown with them for like 1 year, they know you have the experience, or maybe you've gotten 500 hours on that particular aircraft. They know you have the experience and everything, and you can now go if you want to go, or they will start paying you. Like they will decide that, okay, they don't want this guy to go, this person is useful to them, you've passed your check, you're already earning a lot, and they'll start paying you. So it's an industry that you need a lot of money. So if you're talking about my own mindset, when way back I felt, yes, anybody can come in, get it, because of, like, just set your mind to it. If you can get the money, if you can get scholarship, you can get it. But even after getting your CPL and instrument and multi-engine, you still need to further. It doesn't stop there. And that's where the main issue is. Because you must work. If you don't work, you can't get back the money you've spent. If you get me, I don't know if you're following my point. I can see a lot of persons are here. Thank you for joining me. Is this another Sunday chit chat? And this Palm Sunday, like I said in the previous video, next week is going to be Easter, and I hope we have another live stream, hopefully. But if we have, fine. If we don't have, good and fine. But so I just want to address this issue of mindset. Is this one you just talked about? Is it about cadet training or a normal training? I'm talking about a normal training. Is a normal training scenario that I'm giving. If I'm going to give you a cadet training scenario is the one that the airline themselves, they send you to that flight school. And if they're sending you to that flight school, definitely they are responsible for you. They are going to pay your fees. They're going to take care of your type rating. They're going to take care of your accommodation, your feeding. Just that you have a bond to fly with them, like for a particular number of years. And you must fulfill that bond because they've trained you all through and they've catered for everything. And it's even easier. I tell you, a cadet training program is easier. Some people say that, I'm going to work with these people for long. But even if it's 2 years, 3 years, they bond you, or most of the time they actually bond for like more than, sometimes 5 years, sometimes 8 years, because they trained you all through. It's understandable. Like, it's very, very much understandable if they're even doing that. But imagine when you're the one that trained yourself. After training yourself, like everything, you trained yourself basic training, you trained yourself type rating, then they still bond you. So guys, I'm just telling you, this is the reality of the whole thing. Like, first of all, okay, someone is asking me where am I from. I'm actually from the southwest. Yeah, I'm from the southwest. So generally, guys, my mindset is, I always say, be positive. It's not really for the poor. It's not also for the extremely rich, because there are people, like I said, there are exceptions. There are people that don't even have the money and they get in and they're doing fine. Like, chance happens to them. Like, they get a scholarship, they get a training, they get one thing or the other, and they are in. But there are some people that they do everything by themselves. And you need money to do everything to get there. Like, I've listened to a lot of persons, senior colleagues that have talked about it, and I can't lie to you. They've said it, they had to look for money to do this, they had to pay back this loan, they had to do that and all that. Even if you check other pilots that are flying internationally, you hear that they are still paying back their flight school loan and all those things. So it's not really a very easy will I say race? I'm not sure of the right word to use. It's not that easy, but it's possible. It's about having the right mindset, to all this. And hi, Francias, that's a French name, if I'm not mistaken. I'm actually done with my flight training. Yeah, in case you're asking, and I studied in NCAT for the first part, and I went to South Africa for the other part, just in case you're wondering. So, guys, I think we'll have to stop this live stream here now. And I'll be seeing you all probably in the next video, or in the next live stream. So, but for now, don't forget to have the right mindset, and it's possible for you. Whether you think you have the money or you don't have the money right now, you can still do it. Yeah, you can still do it. So, I'm going to be signing out. Happy Sunday once again. Bye, guys. I love you all.